Rider Pride!
Hello everybody out there in Rider Nation. Hope everybody's doing well and had a good week. Well, we got the do or die game coming up here against the Calgary Stampeders. We can win, we're in. Starting lineups are in for the game. We don't have much change on offense. It's pretty well all the same. Game's gonna come down to line play again. Hopefully our offensive line can come up with a big game. Hopefully Blake's back to his best playing days. He's had a few games now and is back playing guard. I don't know. Don't have a lot of faith in him myself, but they still got Council out there at right tackle. Picton's playing out wide, backed by Jones out there, and Bain is on the other side with Emilus. On defense, there's some bright spots that I think are back in the lineup. Is Cox Jr. Number 50, watch for him playing. He was one of my favorites at camp this year, and he made the team, and he was just starting to be effective on playing the defensive end position, and got hurt, and he's back in the lineup. I hope he's 100% and can help us out. And another guy we got back is Christmas. He had been playing pretty damn good in the middle there. He's going to be able to help relieve Lanier and Johnson up front there. That'll help a lot. But like I said, it'll come down to who wins that battle at the line of scrimmage. We got to get after Mayer. He's actually been playing not too bad. One of my favorite quarterbacks. He's another guy, if you can rush him, he'll throw more interceptions than touchdowns. You just have to get to him. He's not much of a running quarterback. Well, he hasn't been. And they've got their running back Logan in now, because Carey's the backup. I don't think he's 100% right now. And they've got their Calgary's got their center back from the offensive line. He's been out. Other than that, I don't see a lot of changes in the Calgary lineup. Oh, except for Beglington out there at wide receiver. Allen's taking over for him out there. I don't know if we can win this one. I really don't. It's going to be a tough game. Both teams are going for their playoff lives, and it's going to be whoever has the most desire to win this game and play hard football. That's simple as that. And that's what it'll come down to. Who wants it more? And play all 4 quarters. And play all phases of the game. Turn that damn ball over. I think it's just some sort of a mental thing with the Riders. I really do. I can't see why the defense just fell apart. They were a dominating defense for a lot of games, and it's just been straight downhill for game after game. I would say Calgary's been trending up and we've been trending down, which is a bad sign. And it's away in Calgary. Plus Calgary they're coming off a bye week, so they're well rested. Now, Dickey, he decided to give them the first 2 days off of practice. I just don't get it. It's like they're playing so good that they don't need to practice. I don't know, a lot of people say he's lost the locker room, but I can't see how anybody knows. The only people that know anything about what, where in the locker room, or the players and the staff. You know, they're the only ones that can get a feel of how the locker room goes. And that's up to O'Day. Everybody says they should fire Dickinson, and that's O'Day's the one that'd have to do it. And he's the one that's got to know if Dickinson's completely lost the faith of the players. He's absolutely stupid if he doesn't fire him, and he knows that they won't play for him. It's pretty straightforward. You know, you might as well do it now if they're lost faith in him. So my judgment there is, I think they, you know, he's gonna stick with him. That's what I do, unless, like I said, they did lose complete faith in him. I'd dump him in a heartbeat. His job, O'Day's job's on the line too, so like I said, he'd be a complete idiot not to dump him if he had lost the locker room. I just don't get his way of coaching, that's all. Seems too soft for me. Right from training camp when he took over the job. He's more of a buddy. Might be wrong, but just the way it seems to me. Should be nice cool weather, and I won't be overheating in the game days. Fall weather's back here in Saskatchewan, and I think football players prefer it about +10. They don't overheat, and you're not stressed with the heat in your body. At least you can cool down a bit. I guess the only other one, they tried that guy out there. What the hell was his name? The only other change on defense is Washington's back, and Poole, they brought him in, big Georgia Bulldog guy, and he lasted one game, and he's back down. Sent him home. And Moncrief's out, so Mari Henderson and Rivas are going to be playing slot back and halfback on that side. Should be interesting. I don't think Moncrief was right from camp. Said that last video that he had a shoulder injury and he didn't even attend training camp. He was there, but he just come on after everybody had left or before they got on the field. I don't know if that affected him, but he sure hasn't been the player he hasn't been in the past. I sure hope we can win this game, because the faithful Rider Nation, his patience is running thin, real thin. And now old Reynolds, he's sent out his plea for season tickets, and along with that plea there's a increase in ticket price. You know, I think some of them are around $170. Doesn't sound like much, but when you add it on to the total package, that's not cheap. He's blaming it on more taxes and government taxes, but you know, a lot of people I read that are giving up their tickets, they've had them for 40 years, you know, so they've been fans as long as I am. It really makes me sick to my stomach, just because what you've got to try and convince these 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds with families to cough up and get some season tickets. And football is part of the entertainment business, and if you're not putting an entertaining product on the field, and a place where people want to go and have hope for a winning team, and feel, you know, losing all the time, not a good feeling for both the player and your fan base. And I really fear for the Saskatchewan Roughriders going into next season. It's pretty easy to predict that your season tickets are going to be down after 2 seasons with 6 wins possibly. You know, and then it's running late for your team to boom back to have a playoff run. You know, we'd have to play BC in the Western Final, and we'd really have to pick up our play to even compete in that game. We beat them once. You know, no reason why we can't. We got the same players basically. You know, like, anyway, you know, I just hope our line play can really pick it up. You've got to win the battle of the line of scrimmage. You know, that's where you win or lose games. Said that over and over and over, but that's where your meat and potatoes are in football, is your line play. And your front 7 on defense has to shut down the middle, and lots of opportunities open up if that can happen. And of course, the offensive line has to give Jake Dalagala at least, you know, a count of 3 seconds. You know, and he's got to make up his mind. And if there isn't anything around, that's my hit on Dalagala. He's got to get the hell out of there. 1001, 1002, start looking for an out of that line and get the hell out of there. Even make 5 yards. You know, that's what Darian did. At the end there, the season when we won the Grey Cup 13, he put his legs on the line for the Riders and took us to the Grey Cup all by himself, basically. I think, you know, they didn't have time and he would just take right off. That's the kind of performance we need from Jake. You know, find them open guys, stretch that damn field. That's my fear again, is Mare connects with a long one about 2 or 3 times downfield with long ones, and it just seems the players are so defeated after that, deflated, that they just all give up. And it was like mosaic, you know. You couldn't hear a peep after that long bomb went. You know, people see the writing on the wall. Anyway, I guess I'm pretty down. I'm hyped up. I'm ready for the game. I wish I could go there. I was planning on it for a bit to go to Calgary and watch it there, but I was too down in the dumps. I just hope I could be wearing green after this game. You know, enough of these black hats. Time to get some pride in our Roughriders again. We got to get that rider pride going and try to get the fan base booming again and go into the playoffs after this game. I sure the hell hope so. Anyway, thanks for listening to all my rants through the season. I really appreciate it. And all the comments, I've been getting a lot more comments. Really enjoy them. A lot of them make so much sense. They feel exactly the way I do and have a lot of different opinions of what needs to be done. Keep them coming, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. Makes me feel better anyway, an old timer like myself. Yeah. Hey, Riders need some new blood and fan base. Anyway, enough ranting and raving, and thanks again for watching. Go Riders, go. Let's get them Stampeders.